Hey folks, just thought I'd do a little update here. So lots has happened yesterday. I happened to have the first day off, so to speak, in a long time, and then the market decided to move when I was having a day off, hence why I didn't place many trades. So obviously the market has reacted to the interest rate hike sort of forecast moving forward, so the market's obviously trying to price that in quickly, and it's then obviously sent the dollar into this massive low test here, which, as you know, a low test in a rising market is something you should be aware of. Therefore, it could be, and again, I can't say too much about the dollar, we should see a bit more falling with crypto. Now, obviously, stocks and everything has fallen. Obviously, everything is fallen quite nicely. Big old red bars like this is you really don't want to be shorting right at the bottom of these big red bars. I know if you look back, into previous ones like here, you would have got some of this. Here, not so much. But again, a good habit to do is to not do what did the previous bars look like. So just a rule of thumb, don't short big red bars. It's just like asking for trouble. If anything, if you really want to force a trade, fade it, go long, get a 50% pullback. So let's look at Bitcoin. Now, unfortunately, there's actually not too much in the way of big old trades we can place right now. At best, I can only say we will probably drift down a little bit further. So we have that big resistance line, which I don't want to ignore. Sometimes when big resistance levels or support levels are forgotten, they then come and bite you in the arse. So I will always want to put this one here for the time being. Now I know everyone's getting very bearish and the dollar is looking very strong, but there's absolutely nothing stopping the market just doing nothing into this resistance and then plopping. Obviously not on a vertical line like that, but yeah. So in the very short term, the high probability sort of target is this 19k level where we've got this support, and the market will most likely naturally drift to that level. So I guess if anything, we should see, I don't know, I would like to see another sort of pull back into this level. And now we have this lovely confluence of resistance. If we were to somehow sort of flow into that sort of level there, that would be a very great time to short, and that's when things could do this. But at the moment, this is all very low probability at the moment. I just want to see this drift down a bit. Obviously, Ether is having its own little fun and games. So where is that big resistance? So it depends. We've got sort of this one up here, and then we also have this one down here, which I guess is very similar to Bitcoin. This actually is looking like a bit of a head and shoulders. We've got shoulder, head, shoulder. We have a slanty neckline. But again, you don't really want to be shorting it right here. If anything, this should bounce back up to maybe 1600. It's sometimes moves like this. It's not a big move, by the way. It's not a big move. It's a nice daily move, but it's not like a big move yet. So it's very early days. I'm looking to short any pullbacks. That's my game plan right now. So we've got this little resistance here. If we were to pull back to sort of 1600, I will short the shit out of it. And a lot of others are looking a lot weaker. So here we had this sort of support. It was breached, was it on the 19th? So a fair while ago. And it's been sort of smothering this level here, but also creating its own little sort of support, which is now just busted through. So at the moment, the high prob target for for Ripple is sort of this level here, which means from a risk reward perspective, it's actually a much better sort of prospect. So you can, for example, if we were to put in a short, I don't know, on a pullback to here, you then potentially get around, it's about 2.8R if you did that, Whereas with ETH, it looks like a lot more falling actually. That same level is all the way down here, so ETH doesn't look that shoddy. Even if you went in at market, you'd have to have a safe stop somewhere around here. Nah, triple R is pretty pants. Yeah, it's even worse for Bitcoin. Same sort of shizzle here. Take profit just before that. Stop loss above there. You're looking at a half hour trade. That's rubbish. Binance is slowly moving into my little hole, and I drew that when it was up here. Sand looking weak. So if we get rid of everything on sand, I think sand again is likely to attack this level over here. From a trading, there's no really good R multiple trade setups at the moment. You could force a whole bunch of trades, but I don't really want to force anything. Yeah. See, whenever you see these rising channels, they do tend to break down to the base structure. However, the one which hasn't yet is Atom. So Atom has actually been quite strong over quite recently. You can see it literally just bounced off this level here. Remember that if I do this a bit more accurately, so let's call it there. Made it too long. Something like that. Yeah, don't forget that, you know, the base resistance or base support. So if we get rid of my horrible looking lines, we have something like this. I'm doing this quite rough. However, base support is around here. So this, I think, is a better setup. But I say better, I'm not going to take it. It's not peachy. Because really, to be safe, you'd want your stop up here, but that's like, ugh, no, it's just not nice. Although it looks like it's got a long way to fall. So I think at the moment, what I'm looking, yeah, not what I think. I know. I got out of my ADA trade early. Is to wait for pullbacks. That's it. And there's a lot like on Phantom that only just breaching support. So I think we'll probably get a bit of a pullback across the board. Anything overextended will nearly always pull back. And I'm eyeing up a short on Phantom, to be honest. I think a safe bet is this level over here. So if it pulled back to somewhere like so, and then you'd have a relative, oh no, it's only 2R. Depends how far it pulled back. So if it pulled back to sort of this level here, that would be pretty darn nice. But yeah, I'm just waiting. I think, like with anything, you just gotta wait. Yeah, GMT, that's just breached that. KNC is looking strong, but I don't think it will hold. It'll be interesting if it holds sort of that. Don't think it will. There's that SHIB pump and crash. Tron is also looking relatively weak. It's this level over here which it should drift down to, but again, triple R is not exactly the best, because you'd be putting a stop around here, taking profit around here. 1.2R, nah, not interested. Waves, bag of balls as usual. And then yeah, I think we just have to wait and see. There's nothing. There we go, parabola. Fell through a little bit earlier than I thought, but hey ho. I really wanted to give you all some sort of actionable int here, but I think the only thing I'm looking for is a Kobo. I'm waiting for, you know, for take basic attention token, for example. A nice pullback to this level here would be a great setup for a short. I'd love to see a short here, because then we're most likely looking sort of this level. So yeah, BAT is a good short, and even, you know, Binance. So Binance should fall at least to this level. So a nice little pullback here, or to the resistance level. So for Binance to pull back to that lovely confluence of resistance, if I can draw a smaller circle, something like that, because then you'd have a lovely, even if you're relatively safe with a stop, you've got a better sort of 3.46R potential there, and you can even lowball that as well. So yeah, I think sit on your hands and wait. We have on BSW again, nice high test here. I think this, if this level gets breached on BSW, it's pretty much lights out, game over, it's like free sailing all the way down. If we scroll all the way down, FGT, no, GMX, I've got my eyes on, that's pulled back to this level again. No, there's nothing really actionable. GST, we can't short that anymore, but this is playing out as expected. Obviously, I didn't expect this little pump up first, but yeah, it's only going to go down. The tokenomics and that is shit. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Look, short any pullback, folks. Short the pullbacks. Oh yeah, waves hit my hole. Yeah, don't rush in right now. That is basically what the mother market's trying to get you to do. Don't. Right, have a good one. Bye. Oh, don't forget, if you go to therealistictrader.com and then click this button for our next cuddle, we have an awesome event in Nottingham on the 17th of September. We've got Piers Lilly and Lara Morgan talking, two very good business owners, and yeah, it's going to be pure content all day from 10 till 6, and then from 7 till midnight partying with amusements and booze. And last time we did 100 lemonade and Disaronno train, not a Jaeger bomb train, it was a Disaronno lemonade train. So yeah, definitely do not miss out. In fact, I need to put the video of that Jaeger train or Disaronno train on. Yeah, it's going to be epic. See you there.